Alrighty, guys, we're about to load up into Ark Survival Ascended, baby. Let's go. Ooh, all right, we go ahead and jump to the left, to the right. Ooh, very nice. Oh, watch out for that guy. Watch out for that guy. Oh, shit. Dude, are we... I don't even know what to say. Are we even talking about Ark Survival Ascended at this point? I don't even know what's happening. Welcome back to the channel, survivors. If you guys haven't seen the most recent news surrounding Ark Survival Ascended, I can tell you right now, it is a doozy. It's a mouthful, man. We've got a handful of stuff to unpack in today's video. So starting us off, let's talk about the brand new cosmetics that they have officially added into the game. Alrighty, so starting us off with the first cosmetic that they've added into the game, and that actually brings us to the structures. So if we go ahead and right click in our inventory underneath the cosmetic section, we go down to custom cosmetics, and then we can go to the clean glass wall. We are going to cover all four of them. We have the Tic Tac Toe Table, the party lamp, and the weapon rack. So the first one is going to be the clean glass. Let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to go ahead and place this item. Now you just get the ability to select any wall that you currently want in order for you to turn into the glass. For me, I'm actually going to go ahead and do this section. For my build, to start things off, we're going to go ahead and do this one. And then I also want this entire wall to be glass. Again, I think this just looks really, really cool. And this is the new one that they have, and I'll show you some additional of the other options that they have with it as well. So we're going to go ahead and right click it, and we'll do a little bit of creative mode here, and just kind of show you how that looks from a distance. So as you can see, there is a little bounding box around the glass, but it does look literally see-through. Like you could fly straight through here even though you can't, which is actually pretty crazy how well it works. All right, so that's going to be kind of what it looks like here from the side. Let's go ahead and show you some of the options. So if you walk up to one of them and you press and hold E, they do add a couple of different things currently on here. So we're going to go ahead and show you some of the first ones. So the very first option we have are the corner sections. So if you take a look at the corner, you can toggle the top, left, right, bottom, you name it, and it basically gets rid of this little corner bracket up in here. So if we go to toggle the top right, you can see now that gap right here is missing. If I toggle it back on, that's how you can get rid of that. Additionally, if we go ahead back to our skin options, we have borders. So if you can see the options here, we can also get rid of the border bars. So once again, we'll take a look at the right one here. We toggle the right. You can see now that border is actually missing from this specific panel. The same thing goes if you did the top, if you did the bottom, the left. Now you can see there's actually no bounding box around the panel to the left. So we're going to go ahead and turn that back off. Actually, we'll go ahead and just start by turning everything off just so you can kind of get an idea. So let's go ahead and check this out. Now we have glass options. So currently we have the full see-through. The next option we have would be opaque, which then kind of makes it more like this, and you cannot see between or through either side. So if we go ahead and show you on this end, you can see that it's opaque. Obviously, you can see there's some sort of sheen there, some sort of glass, but it does give you the ability to make it to where nobody can see through. And additionally, for the other options we have, and that brings us to the one way in and one way out. So what's in parentheses for in is actually where you can see out of it, and then what's, and then what the other end they can't. So to give you an example, if we go ahead and set that there to in, obviously we can see out of the glass pane. But if we go ahead and jump to here, look on the outside, there you go. It's opaque and you can't see through it. So again, really cool. I absolutely love this this new cosmetic added into the game, and I am so excited to see like what kind of builds people come up with creatively here with using these new glass panes. Alrighty, so next up we have the next new cosmetic, and that brings us to the Tic Tac Toe Table. So let's go ahead and once again hover over top of this, go to Tic Tac Toe Table, and then we will right click and go to place, and we'll go ahead and place it onto here. Now this is going to be what it looks like. Now this basically, you can start a game. It's going to say waiting for another player because we don't have any other players currently here with us, but you can see on the bottom left hand side, I must have had the table flipped around, but you can see it says code here, which again, on both sides of the table, you'll have the individual players' names in the bottom right hand side, and then it'll keep track of your score, and the game will continuously run on. Even if you happen to leave the server and come back in at a later time, it will pick the game up where you left off. Again, it's a cool little feature, I think, for a little mini game that tribe mates can do while waiting for different activities in the game. But is it game-changing? Absolutely not. But, you know, it is something new and then something exciting. Alrighty, so the next skin that we currently have as well brings us back into the cosmetic section. We head over here to the structures, go down to the custom, and we're going to go to party lamp. So we're going to go ahead, right-click, place this one again, and this one actually places right over top of your omnidirectional lights that you currently have available. Alrighty, so now once you've got the skin put on there, walk up to the light, go ahead and check out the new skin options. If we head here, we can see all the different available options they have. They now have blink settings for your speed, you have the intensity, you have the color options, you have primary intensity, and then primary color. So if we go ahead and click on here, we can set it to whatever we want. Skin options, blink, we'll do blinking fast, and then we'll also go to alternate intensity, we'll go to high. So let's go ahead and access it back again and do start partying. And there you go, check it out. So now if you guys wanted to make your own party boy, you know, rave going on inside of your base in Ark Survival Ascended, I guess you can. And now last but not least, when it comes to the cosmetics for the structure section, they did add a new weapon rack. Now in order for us to apply this new weapon rack, as you see at the top, it says you have to use the new item they added called the decor box. So we're going to go ahead and grab one of those really quick. We're in creative mode, so that's how we can spawn it in, but we're going to go ahead and take one of those boxes, place those. And as you can see, it's this little tiny box that's floating up in the air, and you can literally attach it to anything you want. All right, so apparently this one is actually quite bugged. I've been messing around with this for a little bit here, but anyways, you pull it out, you got to place it on a regular wall, and when you do, you actually have to change the size to a medium. I don't know why, but the small doesn't work, and neither does the large. So we're going to go ahead and place it here on medium, place it down, and then from here, back to our inventory, cosmetics, right click, go to place, and then now it seems to work. Now this is a little janky in my opinion, but anyways, we're just showing you guys how it functions. We're gonna go ahead and access it with E, and then from here we can place a weapon on there. So we're gonna go ahead and just place a axe, for instance, on the piece, and there you go. That's going to be your fancy-dancy weapon rack. Now, I'm not exactly too sure how I feel about it. I think the placement is a little off and a little strange. It seems like it's definitely needs some reworking in my opinion. But overall, I guess this is a neat little nifty thing that once again you could just add to your builds, display some of your weapons, you know, how you see fit. But I think that's really, really big for just one small stone axe in my opinion. Alrighty, and then last but not least, we have the cream of the crop when it comes to new cosmetics being added into the game. And let's just take a look. We've got Steamboat Mickey and Steamboat Mini. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do Steamboat Mini because I feel like I see every other content creator using Steamboat Mickey. So we're going to do Steamboat Mini. Once you go ahead and put it like this in your inventory, right click it and you can equip it. You don't have to be wearing anything, it seems like, at least not for me here in creative mode, but we're going to go ahead and equip it. And look at this, guys. That is officially Steamboat Mini with her bloomers on here inside of Ark Survival Ascended. Now, obviously, it doesn't fit the theme, right? I mean, obviously, it doesn't look exactly, you know, like what you would expect to see in Ark Survival Ascended, but I will say overall, I think it's not bad. I mean, the way it looks, the animation of the flower, the bloomers, the shoes, I mean, everything actually looks really, really clean. I think they did a good job with the animation portion. Obviously, the art style just doesn't simply fit Ark Survival Ascended. If I'm being 100% truthful with you guys, I really do dig these custom cosmetics. Now, the Mickey Mouse thing is just goofy to me and clearly does not fit the game, in my opinion, or the audience for the game, but I think like the glass walls, the lamppost party mode, and then the weapons on the wall, even though it definitely needs some more optimizations and finessing, I think they're really cool, and I'm excited to see how, people use these in their builds, but I really am nervous about the monetization side of it, and how exactly are these going to play a part in Ark's role, in the future. And now, in addition to all the cool custom cosmetics system that they've added into the game, they did finally get the official server transfer system implemented, alongside getting the official server transfer. transfers, they did launch some new non-transfer official PvP servers that will permanently have transfers disabled. So if you guys are interested in checking out those servers, here is the list that you can see on screen. And now, if all of that was not enough when it comes to a major update here, in the game's official Discord, they did actually list out a full, and I mean a major, patch notes section here for this update. Now, I'm not going to read every single one of these things because it is a lot, and I honestly recommend every single player that does actively play the game to go through and look at every single thing, because I do think a lot of these things are really good and a lot of changes that players have requested. And now for the things I do want to mention. One, they finally have fixed the mini-map displaying incorrect coordinates. This has plagued the game since Ascended's official launch. Boss corpses can now be officially harvested so that players no longer get stuck inside of them. The unclaimed dinos no longer count as enemy dinos when deploying a cryopod. This one was ridiculously annoying. They adjusted the Sarco's bite attack from being really small, causing it to miss majority of its attacks. They fixed an issue that would cause flyers to walk forward on their own after landing, after using the whistle flyer to land command. And additionally, they have fixed getting stuck inside of Alpha Carnos with flyers. Man, this was an absolute nightmare. I had this happen so many times where I have died simply due to getting stuck inside of an Alpha Carno. Again, guys, the list is very extensive, and I really do recommend everybody read through the entire thing if you are an active player here for Ark Survival Ascended. Overall, my first impressions on all of this is it's a W. It's a good, win here for Wildcard Studios. They've made tons of really good changes and optimizations that a lot of players have been asking about, and they have implemented some pretty cool, unique, custom cosmetics. I still, like I said before in my previous video, I'm a little bit skeptical here to, worry about these microtransactions and also how these custom cosmetics can potentially lead to exploits in the future. But overall, guys, that's my personal opinion. You let me know what your thoughts are down below. As always, start a discussion. Let me know what your thoughts are on these custom cosmetics and potentially the chance of microtransactions coming to Ark Survival Ascended. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Ark Survival Ascended related. But with that being said, as always, guys, I'll see you on the next one.